Hello everyone and welcome to today's maths tutorial, which is about equations, a very pertinent part of maths because all our higher level thinking questions are just based on equations. And as you move on further in maths, most of the sums you're going to be doing is all based on equations. So I'm going to give you and teach you the small basics of what equations are, where they're used. I'll give you maybe a few small examples of basic equations. And maybe in my next video, I might give a bit more a complicated version. We can have simultaneous equations, linear equations, and all those complicated type of equations we can have in our next video. But this video is just for the basics. So let's start. Okay, so we have our topic here, which is equations. And basically, we use equations to find out an unknown value. So our unknown value could be x, y, z. These are called variables. Variables are small unknown values, and we have to find out what they are using the equation. So a known value is, we already know it's 1, 2, or 3, or what's the value of it. But for the values of x, y, z, a, or any alphabet or any algebraic expression, we don't actually know what the value is. So the basic concept of equations is to try and figure out what it's actually, what these algebraic expressions or variable actually stand for. What's the value? So to find out the value of an algebraic expression or a variable, if, for example, we could be given in your exam x plus 3 equals 7. Find x. This could be the sum. So now how are we going to actually work this out, okay? For step number 1, we keep the x on one side and all these numbers, the ordinary numbers, on the other side of the equal sign. So this x stays in its place and the positive 3 over here comes to the other side. So that gives us a negative 3. 7 minus 3 equals 4. Now we substitute this back inside the original equation. We get 4 plus 3. We get back 7, which is the same as this. That means our answer is actually correct. So now we have just found out the value of this unknown expression, which is x. The value is 4, and when we substitute it back inside the original equation, we get that answer. So our next part of this is a bit more complex. We just use one number now. So now let's try a few more numbers. Let's try x plus 5 plus 2 equals 10. Find x. We keep the x on one side, equals, bring it all to the other side. Positive 5 comes this side, positive 2 comes this side. So x stays on this side of equal, and all the numbers go to the other side. Go to the other side becomes 10 minus 5 minus 2. And then we do the calculations, it's just maths. 10 minus 5 is 5, 5 minus 2 is 3. We get x equals 3. Now we substitute it back inside the original equation and we see 3 plus 5 plus 2 equals 5 plus 3 is 8, 8 plus 2 is 10. And we get the same answer. Okay, so now our next step of this is to find out where we can actually, basically, this is just a basic way of looking at how we can solve basic equations. Lots of different types of equations. This is just the basic format. These are linear equations, just one set of calculations and we are done. So let's try to work out a word problem which involves this equation, okay? So wait. Okay, well we have this sum which is very common in your exams, I suppose. So the sum is, the sum of three consecutive numbers is 72. What are they? Okay, so how are we going to work this question out? First step of answering this question is to assign variables to each number. Since they say we have three numbers, we need three variables. And since they're consecutive, which means they come one after another, they have to be x, x plus 1, x plus 2. So three consecutive numbers. So let's say we can use the variable x. And since they're consecutive and they come one after another, there's only an interval of 1 between each number. So it's x, x plus 1, and x plus 2. The first number is x, the second number is x plus 1, the third number is x plus 2. Because they're consecutive numbers, there's only one interval between each number. They come one after another. You can also say y plus 1, y plus 2. It's up to you. Whatever alphabet you like, you use it. X is just a very universal common one. And since there are three numbers, any alphabet you want. Now, let's add it all up. Since they say the three numbers add up to make 72, we need to add these three numbers. Okay, we need to add all these numbers, okay? So, let's do it ordinary math. X plus 1 plus x plus 2. We get x and x make 2x, 2x plus x make 3x, 3x, 1 plus 2 makes 3. So 3x plus 3 equals 72. And now, as we did before, let's bring these numbers, the numbers to the other side and leave the variable on the other one side. So 3x stays over here. 3x equals 72 minus 3. And what is 72 minus 3? Come on, anyone? 69. So 3x equals 69. We bring this 3 to the other side, makes it a divide. 69 over 3, which gives us a 23. The answer is, so the x value of x is 23. Once we know that, we can just substitute it back inside our three numbers, because we already know x equals 23 from all the calculations we have done. Now let's substitute it back. First number, as usual, it's 23 because it's just x. Second number, 23 plus 1, 24. And third number, 23 plus 2, 25. So, if you don't trust me in how I did this, you can always add these three numbers up and I guarantee you will get 72. Let's do it. 23 plus 24 plus 25. So 3 plus 4 is 7. 7 plus 4 is 12. We'll carry up 1. 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus 2 is 5. 72. See? So our three numbers are 23, 24, and 25. And that was one use of equations in your math problems in your exams. So in our next video, we will be looking at simultaneous equations and different types of equations we can try to solve. So thank you for watching. Stay tuned to my website, mathsforgeeks.wordpress.com. And thank you. Have a good day.